Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three talking points. Manchester City won, Everton won at the Etihad today. Like I said on the other video, a New Year miracle. It is. Everton getting a huge point at the Etihad. Yeah, a tremendous point, a very unexpected point, and I'm sure Frank Lampard is absolutely delighted. I've not heard his aftermatch interview just yet, but that today was a brilliant result for him and a brilliant result for Everton against obviously the league champions and a team that I think will win the league again this season. They're a fantastic side. First thing I want to talk about is the transfer window, which is coming up, and obviously overnight we'd seen the news that Ellis Sims was recalled by Everton into, back to Finch Farm, Frank Lampard to assess. This one's got me a little bit perplexed by people's reactions to it, because I know a lot of people have been going on as to why we allowed them out the door, and now people are moaning that Everton have actually taken them back to have a look at. Now, I get it if people are thinking, well, he's the what the club define as the answer to our problems. I don't quite think it's that. I think Everton is saying, listen, we need as many options as physically possible in the final third, because we just don't have goals in us. And I think that's really more what Ellis Sims will provide. He's got 7 goals in 17 appearances in the Championship so far for Sunderland, so well on course to hit double figures there. Everton had already been linked with players who are in the Championship who don't have as good a minutes to goal ratio, if you like, as what Ellis Sims has got. So I think it makes sense for Everton to assess that situation. He's obviously a big, tall striker. Neil Maupay isn't, so it gives us another option. Rondon's gone out the door. I think Tom Cannon will be allowed to leave on loan. Sheffield Wednesday, very interested in taking him on loan for the rest of the season, and that'll be good for his development. So to me it makes sense, but that can't be the only business Everton do, and I'm sure it won't be, but Everton need to be ready to go here. They need to be all over this now, and that is going, the minute that window opens, hitting the window and being ready to go with it. And I think by doing that, I think they can get themselves out of trouble. But if they don't, and they're relying on Dominic Calvert-Lewin staying fit, and they're relying on Ellis Sims' goals, then they could be in a lot of trouble. There's options out there we can get. We need a creative player for me. We need a winger who's got goals in him. And obviously, for me, we need another centre forward. And there are options out there. The money may well be tight, but Everton can do it on Klarna, or gamble by selling someone by the 30th of June. So it's in a different tax year again, which is what we saw last year with Richarlison. And in all fairness, that might be the way to go in terms of guaranteeing your status. If Everton were to get relegated, then that would be, it's unthinkable, but it would be a catastrophic effects on their budget and everything else, and on the income. So you've got to protect that by staying in the Premier League, and Everton may well have to do that by almost gambling on selling a player. We did it last year, we may well have to do it this year, but they have to get into the market. It opens tomorrow and they have to be ready to go as soon as possible. Ellis Sims will add to the options, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but it can't be the only thing we're hanging our hat on. Second thing I want to talk about today is Demarai Gray. He scored a tremendous goal. He's given people a little bit of a reminder of the quality that he does have, and he does possess that quality. We've seen him score good goals before. He's the one who carries the threat to the opposition. He's pacey. He's not in the game enough. Sometimes he doesn't work hard enough, but I don't think that was today. I think he worked really hard today, certainly after his goal. And I think that the frustration with Demarai Gray is, how do we get more of that quality out? How do we get that quality out of him on a regular basis? He's got to get in the games more sometimes. Even today, as he was playing off Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's got to be the one that picks the ball up and drives. He did it better second half. He has to do it on a regular basis. But the quality is there with him. Again, just going back to what we've just been saying about the transfer market, 1.5 million shows you what you know, that there is players out there that can come in and have an impact. You know, and he's been really good value at 1.5 million. Yes, he's frustrating, and I understand people's frustrations with him. But I just think that there is that quality in there. Can we tease that out of him more? I don't know. He's 26. But it's undoubtedly in his locker. He can go by people. And again, with the goal today, he's proved, you know, he scored some good goals for Everton since signing last summer. Even this season, you know, great first touch for his goal against Forest. Lovely goal at Bournemouth in the Cup. Tremendous goal today. He scored the winner at Fleetwood as well, didn't he? So, you know, it's his 4th goal of the season. We've got to get him into more advanced positions. He's got to pull the trigger a little bit more, get edge of the box, cut inside, have shots as well. But he has got a bit of quality about him, and if he works hard like he did for the last half an hour, and he can add a few more goals, then he's a really, you know, for us, he's an important player, because we don't really have too many of those kind of players. But I just thought he deserved a little mention today because he did quite well. And finally, I'm just wondering with the manager's formation today, is that something that may work? Certainly in the short term. Obviously, we had Connor Cody fit again today. We had James Tarkowski in there, and Ben Godfrey, who came on against Wolves the other day. Now, he's gone off towards the end of the game. I'm thinking with a bit of cramp. He went on that long sprint. I don't want to upset Peter Reid too much by mentioning the cramp word, but I think he went off with cramp. I hope he did. And I just wonder if Everton and Frank Lampard would think about going to that almost 5-3-2 formation or 3-5-2 formation, 3 midfield players, and then Dominic Calvert-Lewin and maybe Demarai Gray just off him for now, while he's trying to solve attacking options in other areas. Then that obviously means the likes of Anthony Gordon and, you know, Dwight McNeil, maybe Neil Maupay, they just become subs and options off the bench. But Everton, it allows Everton to stay competitive in the middle of the park. It allows Patterson to play a bit higher than Michalenko, gives us the insurance with the pace at the back, and it gives someone, you know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a partner or a target to hit if he's flicking things on. And then obviously with bringing Ellis Sims back, he's a big lad as well, and he could then drop in maybe alongside Dom, or if they're looking after Dominic Calvert-Lewin and saying it's around the 75th minute mark when we want to take him off, then you've got another big strong striker that's coming on as well. I just wonder if Frank Lampard may just for now consider going with that. This is what he did towards the back end of last season, and it got us safe. We weren't on a great run before today. We've got a really good point. Now can we follow it up with a game against Brighton, an important game on Tuesday night at Goodison? So I just wonder if the manager will maybe look to go that way with the 3 centre-backs, that added insurance, and then give someone around Dominic Calvert-Lewin and then get someone breaking from midfield. Certainly in the short term, while they're looking at bringing in more options in those attacking areas. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. That is it for me for this. Have a very, very happy new year. Hope you all enjoyed tonight, whatever you're doing. Hope you all have a fantastic 2023. Thanks for all your support throughout the year. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't. And like I said, have a fantastic new year. I will see you then. Take it easy. Bye.